What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Velo and how it's ready to completely explode. But before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, you guys, so we're looking at Velo here on the 4-day candlesticks, and the first thing that we're looking at here is this Adam and Eve double bottom pattern. So this Adam and Eve double bottom pattern is something I do look for a lot in crypto. Double bottoms are a very high probability pattern. In fact, most of the time they do play out. So if I just show you guys my simple trading plan for crypto, one of the things that I look for is the double bottom pattern because it has nearly an 80% success rate. And we do have a perfect example of this double bottom pattern here on Velo. We have our first bottom here, which is the Adam. Then we have our second bottom here, which is the Eve. And we broke bullish out of that. We broke above the neckline here, and we actually came back down and retested that neckline as support, and now we are breaking bullish up from that point. You guys, Velo did get added to Uphold, which is really actually a big deal that you can trade Velo on Uphold now, and you can see that the market is reacting very positively to that information. So I do think we will go a lot higher here. I'm expecting a breakout above this local resistance level that should really start to have us take off a lot like how we came down really hard over here. As we bottom out here with all this volume, with all this strength and all this excitement, I think we're going to come back up really quickly and really vertically in a very similar sort of way. And so I'm excited here about Velo, and really in the near future, I think we could push right up through this resistance without a lot of pulling back. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a little pullback here as we get closer to these resistance levels. But for now, I'm pretty bullish, and any pullbacks that we see, I think will be pretty short-lived as we get ready to break out through that major resistance level here at around 2.6 cents. Now it's worth 1.8 cents right now, so it's just a little over a penny, almost 2 pennies here. And you guys can see that as we break above that level, we'll start to head up towards 4 cents, 5 cents, and even higher here with Velo. Now, if we talk a little bit about the percentage gains, you guys, this coin is just ridiculous, the percentage gains that you can make on Velo. When you have this big, giant double bottom pattern happening after a huge correction like this, I mean, imagine the type of gain this thing is going to do as it starts to pick up and really start to take off here. It's going to show a lot of percentage on the upside. It's going to show a lot of momentum, a lot of strength. I think this thing's easily going to go to 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. I think we're really going to start to recover here in market cap. It's really low market cap, yet this coin is kind of a big deal. Like I said, this coin has a lot of potential for upside, a lot of potential for some pretty big moves here in the bigger picture. I mean, look at all that volume. And from current price up to the old all-time high is like 57 times in value, which is pretty good. I mean, that's a huge percentage gain to have a 57x from current price back up to the old all-time high. Now, I'm not saying we're guaranteed to get there, but it wouldn't surprise me in the bigger picture to have a lot of that market cap coming back into this coin that it used to have back here. I mean, the volume over here is very significant, and price is starting to show signs of a big picture bottom. So over time, I would not be at all surprised to see Velo go back up to the old all-time high, which is pretty incredible. That's a pretty amazing gain here for Velo. So I'm pretty excited about this coin. I do think there's a lot of upside coming in this market. And if you guys are new to crypto and you don't know what it looks like when a coin first gets added to their exchange, then this could actually be pretty useful here to look at Ethereum back in the day and actually what it looked like. When Ethereum first got added to the exchange, it actually was added to Poloniex back here in 2015, And the first thing that it did was crash really hard. I mean, a lot of people sold their Ethereum. It crashed really hard. And so a lot of people sold their Ethereum down here because it crashed when it first got added to the exchange. So it's actually very common for new coins when they get added to exchanges to crash really hard. They might have an initial pump like you can see right here. Both Velo and Ethereum had an initial pump here, but then they both crashed really hard. But then the volume starts to come in. And when that volume starts to come in, when it's really, really undervalued, that's where you start to get double bottom patterns like you can see here with Ethereum, a double bottom. We broke bullish out of that. That's where you start to see the money coming back into the market. And that's what I think is going to happen here with Velo. I think we're going to see market cap start to come back into this thing, and price should really start to take off here in these bigger time frames, and you're going to see the price of this thing recover a lot of its market cap. You know, I do think that we are going to head up significantly here in the bigger picture with Velo. This type of a correction, especially when you have all the volume down here and signs of double bottom patterns happening on the smaller time frames like we were just looking at, that's a lot of strength in the market. That's a lot of bullishness coming into this market here, and that bullishness, I think, is going to recover a lot of the market cap back into this coin. So that's what I'm watching here with Velo. I do expect a big breakout, not only on these smaller time frames, but also in the bigger picture. Like the 15-day candlesticks when we zoom out here on Velo, I also expect a pretty big move here to happen and for us to really start to see a big picture reversal on this coin. So now let's talk a little bit about the total crypto market cap, because I do see a lot of bullishness in the total crypto market cap. Again, people always panic sell where they should be buying. I don't know how many times I can drill that into you guys' heads, but it is absolutely true. People have a tendency to panic sell their crypto where they should be buying, where they should be picking it up undervalued. And that's exactly what happened here in 2018 on the total crypto market cap. A lot of people panic sold before the huge pump. And again, what happened here in 2021 and 2022, where people panic sold again right before a huge pump in the market. And I think this right here is a mini version of that. People are panic selling, they're scared. A lot of people are wondering what's going to happen. There's a lot of other people in the market that are telling them, hey, this is going to go lower. And so they're selling, they're scared, they're a little bit fearful that the market's going to have a big correction. But when other people are fearful, that's when you should really be picking up the market, buying it cheap, buying it undervalued, because buying blood in the streets is the most profitable trading strategy that there is. It's when it's undervalued that nobody wants to buy it when it's the best time to buy. And that's what I see here with the total crypto market cap. This little correction here is just a smaller version of what happened in 2021 and 2022, or even in 2018. It's just smaller. I think the bottom could definitely be in here for the total crypto market cap. We do have a big bullish flag here on the total crypto market cap, and I think that bullish flag is going to lead to a big breakout. This is a huge bullish continuation pattern. So watch for a breakout of this bullish flag pattern. Watch for us to go back up to the resistance and really start to push through that resistance level and take off here on the crypto total market cap. And once we get above this local high right here at 2.7 trillion in total market cap, you're going to see money come into this thing faster and faster and faster until we break above the old all-time high at 2.9 trillion. I mean, you guys, we're in a bull market. Buy the dip. It's that simple. Don't make it overcomplicated. Don't overthink it. Don't go crazy trying to play the market. Buy the dip. Yeah, it's okay to swing trade a little bit in smaller time frames, but don't try to get too smart. Just buy the dip. Buy people's fear. It's not that complicated. And as you do that, you'll be richly rewarded for it. You'll print money in these markets. You'll make a bunch of money. So let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin here, because Bitcoin is another example of exactly what I'm talking about. Perfect buying opportunity. We have a huge cup and handle pattern here on Bitcoin. This is a bullish continuation pattern. I've seen this a lot, and this is a pattern that plays out most of the time. So watch for a breakout here on Bitcoin in the bigger picture watch for us to really start to take off here, to push up through resistance levels, and for us to see a lot of momentum come back into this market. Because this is super undervalued down here at 56,000, and this cup and handle is a huge bullish continuation pattern, and yet again, people are selling. But everything is showing bullishness in the market, so don't be afraid to be a little bit greedy where other people are being fearful. Don't be afraid to put more money in the markets, you guys. Now is the time. Now is the time to buy. Back over here where everybody was too bullish up here, that was the time to sell. Now is the time to buy, where it's undervalued, where people are fearful, where they don't see what's coming. That's when you buy. You got to buy people's fear, and you got to see a little bit ahead of the curve and be willing to see something before it happens. Be willing to say, you know what, this looks bullish, even though everybody else is panic selling. I'm going to bet my money on this thing going higher. So that's what I see here with Bitcoin. Huge cup and handle pattern, huge bullish flag pattern, and we're oversold on multiple time frames, and we're on major support on multiple time frames. So don't sell support and buy resistance. Buy support and sell when it goes higher. Sell when Bitcoin is a lot higher. For me personally, I'm not going to be selling crypto for a long time. I think we're headed into the mass adoption phase. Mass adoption doesn't happen overnight. That's the kind of thing that takes time to happen. Mass adoption means infrastructure is being built, like what happened to the internet. Mass adoption means the demand continually increases and more people get in on it. Not just for a quick pump and dump, but because it's being actually adopted by the world. When mass adoption happens, stuff just continually increases in value over time. And yeah, there is some point where the market has to top out, but when mass adoption's happening, you're going to see just every dip bought back up. Every dip will be bought back up as price continues to build momentum and continues to go up. Because that's what an uptrend is. An uptrend is higher highs and higher lows. And all of those higher lows are going to get bought back up. Yeah, there'll be some corrections that are bigger than others, some smaller ones and some bigger ones, but they're all going to be bought right back up as mass adoption takes full effect and as the price of crypto just continually increases over time. So I'm super hyped, you guys. Don't be afraid to pick up crypto dirt cheap right now where other people are selling in preparation for the mass adoption phase. If you are willing to play this market for what it is and buy right now before mass adoption really goes into full force, you're going to get rich, period. You'll get rich in these markets. It's not that hard. Buy the dip. Stop listening to other people that don't know what they're talking about and follow the professionals. Listen to what they're saying. Learn from people that actually have their head on straight and apply what they're teaching you. You can get rich in these markets. Mark my words. You just got to buy the dip, period. So that's my view on Velo, my view on Bitcoin, and my view on the total crypto market cap. Thank you so much for taking your time to tune in. I love you guys, and yeah, I'll see you in future videos. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.